What I'm doing here basically is to start, the project number 2, which would be another group of things, of songs that maybe it will make, maybe not, maybe yes, and how to start. Cute. That was about 3 months ago. That was about half October 2020. And we are half January now, 2021. Yay! What was going on there? It's kind of still the same, but it's changed substantially. Because I've asked to my dear friend and also great composer, Mattia Boggio Paterna, to take part of this project here for this song, as he is obviously a really good pianist, a really good composer, and he deals a lot with plugins, live electronics, and he knows how to do Boggio, the only thing I ask you to keep in mind is that to not overdo, just be right. So for this particular reason I asked him, can you just do your plim plim plom on my song, because I play the piano but I'm not a pianist, so it's there but it misses the soul and the touch of an actual piano player. So here we go. Oh, Mattia Boggio Paterna, everybody. Turn around, my prisoner. Turn around once again. Satisfy your customers' sickening tendencies. This tune is relatively weird, but also it's the most, I would say, commercial song that I've been making so far.
Song's called Currency, if I'm not mistaken. So the piece came with some kind of a draft, so the plot was already there. My first try, I completely misunderstood what the song was telling me. Then we have some talk back and forth. I'm sending something, I get feedback. I'm sending something, I get feedback, and I do realize and I do acknowledge that I'm wrong in my intention.
Because it's not aggressive. It's not like this.
I decided to go back and say, okay, I'm gonna stick to the time because I want this to be as much I put it into quote, robotic or automated or something that does not come from a person. This is why it's really neat and sharp, and there's no real care. It's just, no, you slam it, kind of slam it.
Well, in this particular song, since the beginning, I already knew what I was going to talk about, and in this case is money. Money are this thing that rules up your life, and you have to play the game, but you don't make the rules, and you don't know all the rules, and it's getting very frustrating sometimes. So you question yourself a lot. Am I earning as much as I want? Am I earning as much as I need? You know it's happening. You know it's kind of frustrating. So for myself specifically, making songs is the best way to deal with that thing at some point. And you refresh my mind, you keep myself a little bit motivated. And I'm being creative and learning something new, so win-win. That actually kind of worked at some point. Then something else happened, related a little bit with the awareness that we have about social media and social network, for example, and the way we feel when we stay too much time on it, and it's not a really great sensation.
Do you have to go to Facebook? Do you have to go to Twitter? Do you have to go to YouTube? Do you have to make a video? Do you have to make a post? Do you have to make a story? Do you have to have Instagram?
If you're doing that because you have a project or a network that you want to grow up, it's cool. It's a really cool tool. But if you do that because you're bored, if you do that because you have this sense of, I don't know, you are doing a lot of comparison between yourself and some other people that you meet online, that they have a perfect, you always the same thing, they do have a perfect life, they do great things, and you just little piece of It's not true, but sometimes you just get in the trap. But anyway, the song, right? Who gives a This very tune started with an idea that comes from Eritrea. Yeah, weird. You always find something peculiar, rhythmic related in Africa, in all the continent. But this time specifically I choose to use the Guayla. It's a specific rhythm from Eritrea, and it's very repetitive. It goes tudum, 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 tudum. I get fascinated about that rhythm because the whole song goes entirely with that rhythm. It's very weird, and it's definitely not something that we listen in the Occident, in the first world. So we say, why don't just pick up something this exotic to talk about something this familiar? And I choose to use that rhythm also because it was a very nice choice for some very pumping sidechain compression, and that works perfectly. And this kick drum just dictate the rules for all the actual things that happens in the song. And becoming totally aware of it, losing perception of time that I've spent on it. Currency is not what you think of, it's your life that I need to get. Like a straight up with no owner, here's it belonging there. It reminds you that everything suddenly disappears. Okay, that's alright. Let's go.
My hands are shaking.
Thank you for your patience.